Greetings in the name of the Most High, Yahuwah, and His Son Yahusha Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is, it's the 30th of July, 2024. It's 12:12 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'm gonna do some top-down analysis on ES futures, and we're gonna start with the daily chart. Alright, so I have some lines here on the daily chart. Let's just break those down. Alright, so we have the quarterly low volume node. That's the quarterly volume profile. We have the monthly Camaria R4 5673.50, monthly R1 5657, and then we have the quarterly high volume node. That's at 5566.25. All right, so let's come down here to price action, and let's see here. We have this silver top monthly zone support, which consists of Camaria S3 on the monthly and bottom central on the monthly at 54.50 and Camaria S3 at 54.45.50 has provided support, as well as the monthly value area low at 54.32, which looks like it was the low, you know. So after that we got some buying, but really some wicked out buying here on the top. So really sellers still in play. So we're looking at this here as probably could be automatic rally, and maybe like a secondary stop is going to be built over here at Camaria S3 on the monthly. So let's go down to the 1 hour chart. Right, so all I have plotted here is anchored VWAP and some other market profile stuff. So market profile POC on the monthly is at 55.35 up here, this blue line. Let me take out the arrows. Right, so that's monthly POC. That's the quarterly VPOC. You see we're getting sellers up at these levels, pushing down here to monthly TC. Also weekly POC at 54.8375, and the monthly central pivot is at 54.7325. Right, so we're getting some buyers here at the weekly POC, pushing back up to -1 VWAP. Let's see, let's throw on the pivots. Right, so we have the central pivots here, right? So I'm gonna touch it and touch the central, and it's gonna light up and highlight the rest of them. So that's the bottom central at 55.31.25. That's the central at 55.20.50, and the top central at 55.09.75. So this is where price opened below, And this is currently, I believe it's in a higher value relationship, but let me just double check that. Looks like it's in a inside value relationship because no, it's in a lower value relationship because this is the central pivot over here on top. That's the top central, and the bottom central is it's looking like maybe this is S1 down here. Yeah, so that's the bottom central up there. So it's a lower value, and we open below that right here. That was the open at 54.94.13. Also, wait, let me see. 54.96. Wait, 54.96.50, somewhere around there. Oh wait. Right. So seeing that we open below the central pivot range for the week, that's given it like a moderately, well, not moderately, but a bearish tone to the thesis of it being a lower central pivot range, which is suggesting lower value. We open below it, which is suggesting accepting that lower thesis. We pushed up to the top, got the rejection, and now we're selling off below the central pivot range. So right now it's looking bearish. And as like I was saying on the daily chart, it's looking like we're coming down here to create the the secondary stop, which is from here it would be about 43 points, 42 points away, 43 points from current price right now, which is 54.93.50. So let's go down to the 5-minute chart and see how I might trade this tomorrow. Right, so we just have the cameras on and then we have some other levels, but I'm gonna focus on the cameras, right? So this was previous day's Camarilla R3, that red line. Now it moved down. Current Camarilla R3 is 55.17.70, right? And then we have Camarilla S3 prior day. It moved up. Now today it's at 54.88.29, right? So we have an inside value there on the Camarillas. So with the inside value there, you could either expect that it's going to range in between these levels, or it's going to break out from one of these levels and trend in either direction. So we have to see which side it picks and which side it's going to break out from. So now what are we getting? We're getting a double bottom here and some buyers, right? But this is what I'm thinking for tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe a short somewhere at value area high, POC, or Camarilla R3. And even now that I see here quarterly VPOC. I think that's going to be the area where I'm looking for a short. Excuse me. And as you can see here yesterday, this is where all the Black Sun strategies kind of took place, right here at this area. So if price comes back up in this area here, even yesterday's VPOC value area low, or that value area low, that would be perfect because if it comes back up and tries to get into value right here, all right, let me just take this off, bring this back down. Right. So if price tries to come back into value and it gets rejected, could get the short right there. If price comes up to quarterly, get the short right there. VPOP yesterday gets the short right there. Camarilla R3 gets the short right there. Even POC gets the short right there. And all of that is lining up with these levels from yesterday. Right, so that's what I'm looking for tomorrow. If we do stay below Camarilla S3, I'm looking for maybe a retest of Camarilla S3 and continuation short. If it's below Camarilla S4 or floor pivot S1 or central pivot on the monthly, retest and continuation short. All right, so we see we up here at overnight mid. Yesterday's VPOC is over here. Let me just make sure that's actually correct. Yeah, that's correct. Oh, and I forgot to show you all with my central pivots where those are at. So we have those central pivots at 5507, 5506, 25, and yeah, that's right there. That's 5504, 58. So that's also a level where you could get some rejection. And this is actually in a higher value relationship from prior day. I could see yesterday was this was the central pivot. That was the top central. That was the bottom central. So now it's in a higher value relationship, and we actually opened just below it. So we did reject it, and then we started selling off, and now we could possibly want to retest it and maybe start selling from here again. And that would lead to an RTH open with us opening below Camarilla S3, which is this level right here. Let me just make some adjustments. Yeah, so just watching it right now. Actually, I was thinking about paper trading some NQ. So let me load up a NQ chart. And I'm actually in a paper trade on NQ right now. Let me just load up NQ. And what happened? I got stopped out already. Looks like I got stopped out. Damn. Yeah, cool. I did take a short here. All right. So I did some analysis on my phone. So let's look at the daily charts here on NQ. Let me just fix this. Visibility is not supposed to be on the daily chart. These is minute chart levels. Just bear with me. All right, so this is let's see here, where's this from? This is the quarterly anchored VWAP. Well, it's anchored from March the 1st. So it's a little more than quarterly. It's supposed to be, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go with that as the quarterly VWAPs. And then we have the monthly. All right, so boom, what do we have here? And we're cruising right above the quarterly VWAP. We're down here at the -2 monthly VWAP and also Camaria S4 on the monthly. So let's pull across this right here. pull this out, boom, Camaria S4, right? I believe that's at 19005.86. We have VWAP right there, quarterly VWAP. That's right there at approximately yesterday's low, which was, well, nah, I can't say that because that looks like it's way below quarterly VWAP. So I would have to come out here to give you some 19,128.25 for quarterly VWAP. Right, and then so we have this minus one right here curving down. We had the big selling from this day right here, big selling, push down to VWAP, -2 on the monthly, push down to VWAP on the quarterly, came down to Camaria S4 on the monthly, came down to this quarterly high volume node on the volume profile, right? Found a little support. Think it's going to come back down and test this high volume node and create the secondary stop on the 1 hour chart. So let's go down to the 1 hour chart. And that's where we have here something that looks like it could possibly be a selling climax. Volume, buyers, automatic rally. But it did do something a little strange though, because it did come down here and create a secondary stop, right? But maybe that's a little too quick, because this whole thing here could actually be the automatic rally, right? And now we're going to get the secondary stop, which is going to come back down to 18, what is that there? 18883.25, which is in line with the quarterly high volume node of 18925.50. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing right now. That's what I'm seeing. Let's see, we have weekly Camaria S3 also creating that support right there if it does come down. And let's see what kind of relationship. It's actually in a lower value relationship. So let me just show you why that is. And we have something like, maybe it could be like a golden top resistance zone. So let me just see here, this right here. That could possibly be a golden top resistance zone. So hold on. Yeah. So hold on. Yeah. So right there, right? That's gold on top resistance with Camaria R3 and central pivot range. The central pivot in close proximity right there. I don't know for NQ if that's close, but maybe 123 is close. I think that's 123 points. So let's see what this candle is here compared to that. and this candle is 159, so I would say that's close then. Right, so that's a golden pivot zone. We're looking at that as resistance in a lower value relationship with the camellias. I didn't show you that though. I just drawed up the zone, so my bad right there. Right, so Camarilla artery moving down, or it's actually in an overlapping lower value relationship. So see, now that we are analyzing it properly, we're getting the correct thing here. So Camarilla artery moving down, now it's at 19,504.91. Camarilla S3 has moved down as well, but Camarilla R3 did not move down below prior Camarilla S3's weekly value. So Camarilla S3 moved down as well, so it's in a overlapping lower value relationship. And it's like a shallow bounce here compared to the ES on NQ. And it bounced right off of the central pivot. It didn't even get to the Camarilla R3 level. And let's make sure the VWAPs are in the correct place. Need that to be the 28. All right, so it's looking like it wants to create a bowling green strategy. Bowling green reversal right here if it breaks above this level. So let's see here, we'll put an alert at 19,202.25. So right, if it breaks above that level, then we have a trade possibly to take it up to this level here of +1 VWAP. Let's see what that's looking like on the daily chart. I mean on the 5 minute. So what time is it now? It's 20 minutes until these VWAPs reset. So it doesn't make any sense to do any VWAP calculations right here because they're gonna reset anyway. I think I could make an adjustment on this color right here though. But it's looking like it's going into a bowling green strategy. This is minus V1. Looking like it's about to break above that level, and it could possibly get up to plus V1, 19,329.50 or 19,331.90. And it's buying off of the volume point of control as well, with this little consolidation and buying wicks right here. Right, so you can see that there, the buying consolidation and the buying wicks. So right now, just waiting. I don't really have a trade right now. I just set an alert here as well. So I have a couple alerts set here just above this level. So when it breaks above, maybe I could have a trade to the upside. All right, let's go over to Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin rejecting monthly Camaria R4. See it wicked out right there at that yellow line. Right there. We had a prior wick at a monthly POC. And this is also monthly plus V2 plus V1 giving a little support right now, along with monthly Camaria R3, which is in a overlapping lower value relationship. Moving down, Camaria S3 moved down, Camaria R3 moved down, but it did not overlap. So moderately bearish. Coming up here, getting that rejection off of these resistance levels, Camaria R4 and R3. And plus VWAP, plus V1, and plus V2 VWAP. So is it going to break down to VWAP? It's looking like it might do that. We just need some more volume on the sell side, and this one will break down as well. Right now, it just got some buyers right here off of plus V1 and Camaria R3 monthly Camaria R3. All right, since the beginning of the week, let's make sure the VWAPs are in the right anchor. All right, going for the 28. All right, that's perfect right there. So since the week, let's pull it back a little bit. So we have a little more perspective. So this was the week before, and this is the current week. So we had this dip down here, basically came back and retested this breakout level. Had a little smaller small breakout, bigger breakout, retest, then broke out again, barely broke above this level. Had a little retest, another breakout, and then a pullback right back to this level here. Right, this prior consolidation or like breakdown level. So what do I think is going to happen from this point? Well, this is in a buy area, right? Because we have Camaria S3 and Camaria R3 in an inside value relationship. So we could find buyers here because you see Camaria R3 moved down, Camaria S3 moved up. This is also a golden pivot zone, so let me just mark that up as well. Right. So that's a support zone with central pivot and Camarillo estuary. So Camarillo estuary is right there, and central pivot is right there. Plus we have this -1, -2 VWAP and -1 VWAP. So it's looking like let me see if we put like a alert right there. That's looking like a bowling green strategy that's about to break out. Because it had one attempt right here, moved sideways, almost broke out, then fell back in, created a real buying wicks. Now looking to probably make another attempt. If it does reject here though and sells off again, so we're looking at moving down to probably value area low at 64,199.84. But if we do get the reversal, we could come back up here to yesterday's high of 70,000. See on the 5 minute chart, here's Camarillo S3, here's floor pivot S1, creating support already. So it's looking like we're gonna get buyers in this buy zone and come back up here, or there's a golden pivot resistance zone here. So let's just mark that out. Right, so price could come back up here and get resistance from Camarillo R3 and central pivot around 67,723.82. Alright, gotta bring this overnight VPOC down here to where the volume point of control is, dash white line. So bring that label right down here. And I have these alerts attached to it, and this one doesn't even have the alert right now. So let me just do that. All right, so we're looking for buyers. Let's go across here to the NQ. And I don't even think that these levels are current right now, like POC and all that. So I'm going off of what I'm seeing on the chart and using Bookmap for order flow. Excuse me. All right, so just set up multi brackets so I could trade right off the dome right here. And let me just throw on my market pulse. I don't think you guys could hear the market pulse though. I think I have the desktop off. I might throw it on for you guys to hear though. Yeah, let's let that rip. All right, so it's pushing up above. Let's make sure the VWAPs are in the correct time anchored.
Stop ES buy.
So that RTH is going to be anchored at 30. This ETH is going to be anchored at 29. This one is going to be anchored at 30. All right, so what do we have here? This is the highest volume. This one is minus V1. Minus V1. So that's plus V1 up there at Camarilla Archery, which I don't think is the correct level. So Camarilla Archery is really at 67, 76, 1.45. Wait, no. Hold on. Is that, sorry, that was looking at Bitcoin. So it's at 1928.85. No, wait, 19281. All right, so that's it right there. Gotta make some adjustments of off chart, so let me just make sure I have this running properly here. All right. Alright, just trying to get some levels in order here, and I'm gonna start making some adjustments here on Bookmap. But you know what? I think I'm gonna take this away and do it off screen. So I'm gonna let you watch the ES. Just typing in numbers here. And right now you can see the ES is getting the reset on the VWAPs. So we have liquidity backing up price here at 54.98. Looking like they're pulling though. And I'm gonna try to do this over here as fast as I could. I'm doing this as fast as I could. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Just trying to set up this NQ chart properly. Let's see here. All right, it's almost ready. All it's almost ready. All right, that's it there, yo. So we have all the levels as it should be. All right, so that's overnight high. So I was just checking that right there. That looked kind of shaky, but it is overnight high. So yeah. All right, we have the European reset that's popping off. VWAP right here at 19,186 plus VWAP at 19,188.95. Getting some resistance there at +2. That's +1. That's +2 moving up there. Let me just use the arrow. So that's +2 moving up. That's +1 coming across. That's VWAP, losing VWAP. All right. Here in the market pulse going off. And I think sometimes it distorts my voice as well, so I can't really help that. Alright, so we have aggressive sellers on NQ and on ES. Alright, so we have sellers down to minus V2. So we missed that trade right there. That's a black sun, we missed that. Alright, so we gotta wait for the next setup. So it's going down to a high volume node at 19,169.25. And there you have it as well. Liquidity is right there at this high volume node. So I think that's where it's coming down to. Camaria S3 is at 19,136.75. All right, we already have buyers coming back in, but I'm looking for a retest here and a sell. Exhaustion on the buyers. Let's see some more attempts. All right, we have buyers coming back up to VWAP. Decent volume. All really pushing through. So Camarias are in an overlapping higher value relationship, and the central pivots are, let's see, they're in a higher value relationship as well. But we did open the ETH session below, and we opened the European session below as well. So first business for the bulls is to get above 19,233.25. That's the central pivot, and then we can start thinking about being bullish. But right now I'm looking at possible shorts. but it's just 115, so maybe I gotta give it a few more minutes for price to kind of find its boundaries here after the European session open. And look at this nice little pattern right here. This is a nice little pattern right here. All these pullbacks, 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 and just moving higher. And oh, we're getting a break of structure here. And what is this? This is plus 1 VWAP. Okay. This up here is plus 3. So this is plus 2. No, yeah. So that's plus 2. Okay. All right. So buyers really coming in. Looking like we trying to test value area low at 19,226.25 and also top central at 19,221.25. Current price is 19,191. All right, so we have some exhaustion on the buyer's side right here. What's happening there? We did have some buying exhaustion before, but buyers came in here, made it look good. Now they're back in, buying exhaustion. I'm thinking about a nice little short here. Do you want to break down the structure? That's what you want to do? Or if you want to break down here, if you do that, what should I do? Are you creeping up? All right, still not much buyers. No volume. No liquidity backing up the move. Moving into liquidity. Looking like sellers. Exhaustion on the ask. All right, we have a buyer. I'm hearing something that's on gold. Gold sellers, okay. So what does the NQ do? NQ has sellers too. What is this? Plus V2. Could be a Black Sun strategy. Maybe. Well, let's see. Let's look more. We have buyers coming into the liquidity, immediate selling response. More buyers coming up. Sellers. What about a retest here? Anything on the ask? Nothing. Wait, where's my trading statistics? Um, all right, so we're down here at, I was just opening this journal here, my trading journal. Let's pull that across. You can see that real quick. So opening one for NQ. Was it fixing itself? Or was that it? Alright, too late. Alright, so we're back here at V1, pushing down. I want to take a sell right here. And where is my stop? Why am I stopless? I do have on this multi-brackets order. Stop loss is 200 ticks. So where is... Oh, so maybe it should be 20 ticks, not 200. Alright, so that looks like a better stop. I think I have to adjust this multi-brackets to maybe 100 and maybe 25. Alright, save. Alright, so that's looking like from the entry is 19188 to 19200 roughly. So that is like about, yeah, like about 20 ticks or whatever. And I should put it just above this liquidity right here, and then my take profit is down here at this liquidity. Right, fix yourself. We should go just above this plus 3 VWAP. I mean minus 3 VWAP. So here we in the short here, the breakdown of plus V1. Have a little bull flag kind of action going on there. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we could get some action in the European session. And let's see here on NQ chart 5 minute. Just waiting for some direction really. I think it's mean reversion back down to the VPOC level down below here at yesterday's low. 1911325 and VPOC is at 1910825. Although we do have some liquidity here on the bid stacking up here. supporting V1 and V2, minus V1 and minus V2. Nothing really around VWAP, but at these supporting levels here, we have liquidity. Seeing exhaustion on the ask. Small little sell-offs, but nothing big. We should break down this entry level. See, it's a bunch of exhaustion on the ask, but no sellers either. We need sellers, break down this entry level, and then we good to go for VWAP. Oh, we got buyers. Buyers popped up, took it right back down. Maybe sellers gonna come in here as a response. Yeah, sellers. Sweeping down too. Alright, we down to first target, VWAP. We have some liquidity here at 19,183.35. I would want to see a little more volume on the selling though. And we have to come down to minus V1. Alright, we're getting some alright, more selling, aggressive selling. We're getting some buying as well though. On the ES. Aggressive selling on NQ though. But we do have some buyers as well. You can see on the indicator here. But the spiking is down to the sellers on the sell side on the sub chart. We had a little buying spike on the volume pressure and the volume imbalance. Right after the sellers spiked. Alright, came back up here to VWAP, more sellers. There's not much volume in the moves. It's like sweeps of the book. All these volume, all these liquidity here, all these liquidity on the bid, they pulled as price was coming down. I think this guy interacted though. Let me see. Yeah, he did. Alright, so sellers on ES. Let's take a look over here at ES. Yeah, some selling, nothing too big. Let me just make sure the VWAP is good to go over here as well. ETA is 29th, 30th, Euro session 30th. All right, good to go. And this is Trader Map Pro. Liquidity up here at 55.44. Alright, so we took profit right there. Came down here to -3 VWAP and took profit right there. Right, so that was 5 contracts from let's see where we sold here at 1988. Let's see if I can hover right over the entry. Right, 19188.75 and covered here at 19174. Let's see if that records on the journal. Yeah, I see it on the journal as well. Alright, so boom, that's it here on the journal. Nice little trade. NQ futures. So I'm gonna start doing a little more of these as well. Alright, also it's Malak Shalomo. That was my live trading Euro session on NQ. Using Bookmap for order flow. And let me just go through a quick trade recap here. Right, Euro session started here at 1. We pushed down to -3, pushed back up to +3, came back down to VWAP, pushed back up to +1, lost it, came back down here to -2, pushed back up here to +2, lost, got the rejection here of +2, broke down +1, took the short right there. And came down here to -3. Right, so nice little black sun strategy, getting the rejection here off of +2 VWAP. Alright, you also it's Malak Shalomo. You all trade safe and stay blessed.